So first time I heard about breaking going to the Olympics, I was like, what? That's crazy. And I was like, wait, we're the first dance, the only dance in the Olympics. I was really excited. I was happy for us. You know, I was just worried about, you know, it being corny and being commercial. But I always believed that our culture was strong.
Breakdancing is the art of love. It's a rhythm on the floor. It's a feeling that you get. It's a sign of creativity. And it's an art that really derives from the souls and the heart of kids in poverty.
For breakers like Chino Lopez, it's made violence on the streets obsolete.
Yeah, there was a lot of fighting, and the kids started figuring out, you know, we don't need this anymore. That's no good, you know. Let's do something worthwhile. Let's dance.
You know, we were in tenement housing projects. One of the reasons that I got better is that I danced every day. I woke up and it was in my soul. I just felt like, damn. I woke up, I danced. I'm in the bathroom, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm dancing. When I grew up, you could actually move around the city. You could have a block party. I could like call you up and be like, yo, come up to my block. If you were trying to reach that pedestal in your life, you would battle. You know, back in the day, it was a crowd thing, because it's a thumping thing, it's a spiritual thing. You don't need the judges. The crowd would laugh, or sometimes your friends would walk you away from the battle. It's just the crowd would tell you, yo, bro, don't even go back in there, bro.
The guys I saw in the movies, those were my idols. I'm originally from Mexico, from a little ranch called Colonia Madero. We didn't have barely a TV. We didn't have like barely a radio. We're talking about a little ranch that's like dirt roads and homes made of adobe. My cousins used to come and visit us every Christmas or like holiday breaks. And this one time they came down there and they decided that they wanted to put together like a little performance for my family. You know, the performance they put together was them throwing themselves on the ground, right? And I didn't know what was going on. I just assumed that they kind of knew what they were doing. When I saw breaking, it was like a huge shock. Like, this is America. After that, I was just obsessed with it. You know, I never stopped. With breaking, I was able to express myself in ways that I couldn't do any other way. I saw it as a career, and everyone around me was like, what are you thinking? I had a girlfriend break up with me because all I wanted to do was break. And I told her, this is what I'm gonna do with my life. There's nothing else I wanna do. And she broke up with me. And I don't blame her, because there really wasn't any careers, any opportunities.
My name is Katrina Pavlenko. I'm mostly known as Kate in breaking community. I'm from Kharkiv, Ukraine, but I live in Los Angeles, California. I started breaking when I was 14 years old. It was 2009. The way I got into it, it was pretty funny, because my classmate, he was already going to extreme dance. That's how it's called. And he brought me with him. He's like, you're probably gonna like it, because I was kind of teenager, wanted to do something anti-girly. I don't know, just protesting against the world, want to prove something, you don't know what. It took me maybe months. I learned a little basics. Then I left to my grandmother's village for summer holidays. And then my friend writes me and says like, oh, there is an event, you can compete as a big girl. I was like, easy, I'm doing this. I'm coming back from 3 months break and I lose. and I do pretty bad because I don't really know how to dance. I had like just a couple moves. It took me like, oh, but I don't wanna be a loser. I wanna become better. People really are very surprised that breaking is still alive, which is for me crazy. Some people think that it's still in 80s where people spin on the head, on the cardboard and everything, but it evolved. It got way better, it got way more exposure. More people appreciate breaking as an art or sport. I think when breaking gets into Olympics, people will see how amazing it is.
I am considered a pioneer of electric boogie and breakdancing. I was part of Rocksteady crew, the first breakdance crew that sort of spread breakdancing to the entire world. Who am I today? I'm a man that's really trying to work to change society, make sure our children have equitable opportunities. Breakdancing, since we created, should be big in New York City, but it's in an ant phase. So we see a culture disappearing. It's sad. It's really sad. It was a vibe thing. I was on high vibe time. I was on another cloud, and I want our kids to feel that cloud because it's such a vibe. I don't want them to feel what they're feeling now, worried to travel from block to block, worrying about op warfare.
Gunfire exploded across New York City overnight.
11 victims, 2 dead across the city since midnight.
18-year-old boy who was shot near a school playground is the latest victim this week in a string of shootings around the city, targeting teenagers.
I lost students that I love, and I did something about it when I lost, like, a son I loved. He was killed through this form of violence, right? Street violence. He would want me to fight for kids to have real opportunities. So I'm on that march. Whether I win or lose, at least I'll try sincerely for people that I love. I can look in a chair and it's like, damn, that student's not there. Wow. What are we doing? Our kids are getting harmed through fentanyl. Our kids are getting harmed through gang warfare, right? What are we doing? Music, dance, and art are saviors for children.
In 2009, I was like not breaking at all, and I hurt my elbow, and I was like, I'm not doing it, because I can't do it the same way I was doing it before. So I built this fear, and I was like, I'm just gonna stay away from it. So I tried to go into the world and become something. Nothing was taken. I didn't have a passion for anything the same way it was for dancing. I told my mom, I told my dad, I sat them down and said, hey, listen, I don't like working construction with my dad, and I don't like working in stores or doing stuff like that. I want to just break full time. This is what I'm doing. And I threw myself onto the scene basically. And I said, I'm going to change the way things are. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to make a difference. I'm going to create something. Because nobody's doing this.
A lot has changed from the time that we were breaking to where you guys are now. And I'm sure some of the parents here, you guys already know that breaking is going to be in the Olympics this upcoming summer. The first time ever where breaking will be a part of anything like that. You guys have something really to look up to if that's a passion of yours that you want to pursue.
You can see the new athlete breaker, born within the last 10 years. It's a whole different type of breaker. It's not like, back in the days. They come in, the parents get involved, they take them to events, Me as a purist practitioner, I was so used to going to jams. We call them jams, and it was all adults, or teenagers, and we were all just doing whatever, and it was like very raw type of scene. And now I'm going to events, and it's very clean, and the parents and the grandparents sometimes, and it's like a different vibe. Like you have to get used to it, you know.
It's not easy to be a big girl in male-dominated art, but I think it was changing with times. I remember back in the days when I started, there wasn't really many opportunities for big girls, such as judging, giving workshops, or even separated nominations so we can compete against each other. So it wasn't really that big and known. But now, level of the big girls improves. It's crazy. Like past 3 years, you get to see new faces, 16-year-old girls doing incredible things. We don't have really that thing like, oh, I'm gonna destroy you, like, oh, I'm gonna do everything so you don't win, so I win. Like, you have, of course, that competition mode, but it's not that, how to say it. You're not enemies.
When I looked at the contest and, Red Bull and all those, what did I think of it? I was like, yo, I want our babies in it. I want our kids to be a part of it. It's wrong to leave behind the black and brown children who created it through struggle.
We got my man Jason Chapman, Jason Andors out here, Helen out here. We got Derek Phillips from the Real Dad Network.
It ain't Christmas yet, but somebody scream! Alright, you know there ain't no damn MC. I leave that for the motherfuckers who talk so much. But I want to thank each and every one for coming out tonight. That means you, and especially you. We got a little bit of a B-boy extravaganza get ready to go on in a minute.
I'm with any expansion of any art. Art is not meant to be in a capsule, but is also not meant to be exploited.
From my experience, I know what it's done for me, so I know what it could do for the youth, and I've seen it. Because in breaking, you gotta learn a move, and you gotta mess up, and mess up, and mess up, and accept that. That's a hard thing to accept at a young age. But through the art of breaking, or through any art, you're able to feel like, all right, do it again, so you find your way.
I want public to know that once our children clear this violent episode and we get these kids involved in peaceful elements of hip-hop and we teach them, that would be the next evolution of hip-hop and graffiti and breakdancing. We have a right to raise them in their own art. And we have a right to protect them from violence with this art. We have no choice but to make this happen.
Obviously, when I first heard that it was going to be in the Olympics, it was like a really exciting thing because it's the Olympics, right? It's like they're accepting this dance. It's no longer something that you can just look at and say, oh, these kids are just breakdancing, whatever, right? You can't brush it off anymore. It's like a serious discipline. All this time, all these people told me I could never do it as a job. All these people, blah, 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 blah. And it ended up going into the Olympics. So I was kind of right the whole time to pursue that passion. For me, it was like validation that it was finally being accepted at a different level.
The Olympics is going to see the results of what we do in Paris 2024. They will see it. And after that, it'll be much easier for us to then go and make propositions to add us back in. But of course, we have to get organized. And that's part of like what I work on now. It's like, how do I get organized? Organize the parents, organize the kids, organize the people who are teaching and who are coaches. And how do we all move this thing forward?
In Ukraine is really big, and especially the city I'm from Kharkiv city, so it's considered the capital of hip hop in Ukraine. So we had many crews, was really big scene. I think every person from Ukraine got affected by this war. My parents, my whole family migrated to Czech Republic, and everyone was expecting this to be like a month or two kind of situation, but it's got extended, so people started to just leave wherever they migrated. That's kind of sad that it's happening, but I'm very proud to represent the Ukrainian team. For me, it's a big honor, and like I'm really proud that I have this chance to do it.
I think that all of our leaders have a real responsibility, and I'd like our leaders to join me in Kid Glide. Join us with our mission, making sure our kids dance.
Do you think there's extra pressure on Team USA to win gold since this is the first place?
Definitely a lot of pressure for Team USA to win. It's in the Olympics. It's something as big as around the world. It's in the Olympics because everybody in the world is doing it, every country. And the USA got it, you know, especially New Yorkers.
Right now, it's moving now. It's official, you know it's real. When this beat comes on, you can't be still. It makes you move your body back and forth. You wanna pull somebody body out on the floor. Start dancing all up on them like that's your baby. Cause the music got you going mad and crazy. Tonight you got the DJ saving your life, but at your job in the morning you'll be paying the price. It's official. It's the move. When it hits you, look and zoom. It's official as a whistle, and I'm loving it all. Looking round, I can't find nobody playing the wall. Dance floor is jam-packed, the energy is high. I'm dancing with this little honey, and she is fly. See, she's a dime, she's a 10. So fine, you should see my grin. In my mind, I'm about to win. Big time, before the night ends. It's official, 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 official. It's the move, the move, the move, the move. When it hits you, hit you.